When Saraya's music hit at Grand Slam, I was confused.
I can't believe this. Britt Baker looks like she's seen a ghost. What a moment!
Had a chance to talk with Saraya when she made her debut at Grand Slam in New York City. She was really excited, really filled with emotion about not only becoming a part of AEW, but a chance to getting back in the ring for the first time in quite a while.
Well, in my professional opinion, the landscape in the women's roster here in AEW just changed, boys.
I can feel this new lease on life from her in terms of, like, she never thought this was going to happen. So if you think that there's a part of her that's going to leave any stone unturned, you're nuts.
When I said we're going to make a change, I promise you we're going to make a change.
Look what we have here, guys. Another shiny new toy. And we've seen them come. We've certainly seen them go.
She's the top dog, isn't she? She's the face of the women's division. She's the one who was the first ever signee to AEW. She's the one who's been carrying and building this division since then. My thought process was, I'm gonna come in and take out Britt Baker. That was my mission.
Of course Saraya came for me. She knows. I'm not even at the top of the food chain. I'm off the menu. I'm special order. Of course she's going to come for me because she's smart.
Did Saraya go after the wrong woman when going after Britt Baker? I'm going to say no. I think if you want to establish yourself as a top star in AEW, you have to go for the top.
The emotions I'm feeling right now is hard to really narrow down just one, because I never thought after 5 years I would be stepping back in the ring again.
I bet you guys are really wondering what's happening with me now. Am I cleared? Am I not cleared? Am I gonna wrestle? A couple of weeks ago, I took MRIs, I did x-rays, I did CT scans, and unfortunately, for Britt,
Oh boy.
I'm 100% cleared!
Whew. I think that Saraya's experiencing probably all of the emotions. Obviously, the emotions on the surface of finally being back in the ring. It's been 5 years since she's wrestled. 5 years that she's had time to wrap her head around retirement.
Do I respect what Saraya's done? Of course. Women's wrestling wouldn't be what it is today without Saraya. With that being said, Saraya, your time is up. We thank you for your service, but please move on.
You're cleared. What does that even mean? Do you know how to do this? Do you still know how to do this? You're cleared. No. We aren't clear, Saraya.
There's no question Britt has disrespected Saraya. Britt disrespects everyone. When it gets right down to it, she only cares about herself.
I know why you're obsessed with me. It's because I'm everything you wish you could have been.
You know, I've been in this business for my whole life, and I've made it through all the ups and downs that went throughout my career, and now I'm stuck in front of an ungrateful bitch trying to say that I'm not good enough to face her.
This is gonna be my comeback story, and this is gonna be your biggest match of your career.
This is absolutely a must-win match for me because Saraya is a name known worldwide. That's a dream of mine. I want to be a female wrestler that every household knows about and respects. And Saraya has that. So if beating her means I get to be closer to that status, then this is do or die. I have to beat her. I won't lose. There's no way. And I'm not gonna let her come into my house and think she runs the place, the house that I built.
It's gonna be you versus me at Full Gear.
I think Saraya absolutely has to win this matchup. You can't show up and call somebody out and have the legacy behind her that somebody like Saraya does and not walk away with a W.
Britt Baker goes down!
I want people to be inspired by it. From a girl that literally went through absolute hell, being told I couldn't wrestle again, ever, to then 5 years later coming back and being able to do the thing that she got brought up in life doing. I think that's such a wonderful story, like never give up, ever.
Our good friend was absolutely right. We know exactly what Darby's weakness is.
When you're in trouble, you call your friends, they stand by you.
I think we need to rely on this friend a little bit more.
Holy hell. No, hold on a second. That's not...
Darby Allin, we know your weakness.
Is that He's waiting on Sting.
I guarantee you, my best friend in the whole world.
That's Jeff Jarrett. What the hell?
Is gonna beat your ass.
I can't believe this. A man who has a long history with both Sanjay Dutt and Jay Lethal. And a long history with Sting as well.
20 years ago, a young Sanjay Dutt, a teenager, just embarking on his professional wrestling journey. Everybody told me, they looked me up and down and they said, Sanjay, you're gonna be something special. And one man called, that one man was Jeff Jarrett. He gave me my first job in professional wrestling 20 years ago. Fast forward 20 years later, here I am, the smartest man in professional wrestling today. His name is Sanjay Dutt, it's me. Fast forward now, here today in AEW, when I needed help, when my best friend needed help. We called the man Jeff Jarrett.
You just got a lesson from the last outlaw. You ask what that lesson is, Darby, whatever you worship, it becomes your weakness. You want to worship the icon Sting? Well, it is very obvious that he has become your biggest weakness.
This match is very intriguing because Jarrett's on one side, Sting's on the other. They are really two, if I can use this term, you can't really use it for everyone, but they really are two icons in pro wrestling.
You see guys like Jeff Jarrett, like Sting. I think to be able to see these two come together here in AEW is kind of a fan's dream come true.
I find myself in 2022 standing across the ring against Sting on an AEW pay-per-view. It's surreal. Before I get done with this place, there's gonna be full body bags. So AEW fans, you can choke on that. Slap nuts.
Sting, let me remind you of one thing. This man right here, Jay Lethal, who I've said it before and I'll say it again and I mean it with every fiber of my being, he is the greatest professional wrestler alive today. Whether you want to believe that or not, that is the truth. And Sting, the other truth is that this man has a victory over you. And Darby, on top of that, this man has a victory over you. And Jeff Jarrett, he has beat you, Sting. And Jeff Jarrett has cracked you over the skull with a guitar, Darby. And you were lying in a pool of your blood. So you think at Full Gear, November 19th, in this man's hometown, where his mother, his father, his brother, his sister, his cousin, his whole family will be in that first row watching. And they mean the world to me. They mean the world to him. And you think we're gonna fail then? Kiss my ass, Sting. Kiss my ass, Darby. We are not failing. I'm gonna prove that I am the smartest man in professional wrestling. I'm gonna prove to all the naysayers that he is the greatest professional wrestler alive. And I'm gonna prove to 1.4 billion people in India, my mother, my father, rest in peace, my cousins, my brothers, everybody in India, they're gonna see this man, Sangam Singh. They're gonna see his ass. They're gonna say, Sanjay, you retired, and it's okay. We're gonna be fine because this man is gonna carry the load. And now you know who's gonna carry the load. This man.
I believe that this match means more to Sting because of his friendship with Darby Allin. You can't discount that. Sting came back to AEW, came back to pro wrestling because of Darby Allin. So if Darby gets attacked, Sting is going to be right there by his side. So I think it means more to Sting than it does anyone else in this match.
I'm looking forward to this matchup because it's just a match that I never would have thought would happen. So to be able to see this and like bear witness with my own eyes just intrigues me as a fan. I want to see Sting and Darby get that win. I think that them as a team, huge fan. I'm a huge fan of both of them. I think that they really bring something special. I think they have a really interesting, true friendship. I've seen them backstage. I've seen the way that they hang out and look out for each other. They're hard to bet against.
I believe that the song lyric goes, you get by with a little help from your friends, which is exactly the motto that we all live by. When the world turns their back on you, you have nothing but your friends. And Darby, when Sting turns his back on you, after he realizes that you're nothing but a damn trash panda that he's wasted his time with, you will need your friends then.
I've given this company my blood, my sweat, and my tears. And yet this girl, Nyla Rose, can come in here and steal my belt, and no one in this company can do anything about it?
The antics by Nyla Rose have really, really worked in her favor. She basically put herself in contention for the TBS title by stealing the belt.
Who's ready to take a picture with the TBS champion?
I've been there firsthand, seeing how pissed off Jade is of not having the TBS championship, to be feeling disrespected.
You get Nyla Rose to bring me my belt because she's too much of a chicken, or I will hijack your show for 60 minutes.
Hey, Jade! Hi, Jade! Looking for this?
Hey, Jade! We got your keys from valet. Thanks for the lift. Bye!
Jade is special. There's something about being in her presence. It's something palpable about her.
She's the greatest athlete in the women's division. That's what makes her so unstoppable.
Jade, when you came here to AEW, you thought you were going to run roughshod all over the women's division. Well, guess what? It was me calling your wake-up call.
Jade Cargill's the favorite in this match. She's been embarrassed, basically. That's why I see that Jade will win the match and get the belt back.
You don't bet against Jade. That's one thing that I've learned. You don't bet against Jade.
This will separate the real from the fake. I don't need to brag, cause I know everyone is here for my show. Y'all really think I only do it for the dough? Let me set the record straight so y'all know.
I'm gonna show you exactly why the most violent storms are named after people.
When I get my hands on Nyla Rose and get my belt back, it's gonna be no games.
I think Jack is awfully brave here to be able to say he's going to go in the ring, confront two men who want nothing more than to destroy him.
The two of you have cost me everything. You know, I have a couple friends in my life who I've known 15 years, as long as I've known Luchasaurus. You wasted 3 years of my life that I will never get back. Luchasaurus and I were wrestling in dingy little warehouses, getting ripped off by carnies for $10, getting our asses kicked all over California just for a chance to get here. We made our dreams come true together. At Full Gear, I want you, one more time, inside of a steel cage. Wow.
Holy smokes.
This match has to be settled in a steel cage because there's been so many different outside factors with these two men. I think we just need to keep things contained. No outside sources, no bullshit.
We were done with you, Jack. We were moving on to championships in gold. And in our first chance at a championship, you decided to stick your nose in and cost us that match.
It just needs to be these two men settling the differences between them and to have a definitive winner.
It's obvious to me, Jack, that you're not gonna go away no matter how many times I put you down. So we're gonna have to put you down for good.
When we step foot inside of that steel cage after 15 years.
So guess what? We accept your challenge.
One of us is a beast and the other one is a man. It's time to find out who's who.